blast that music any louder. I'm just glad they lowered that music. We can hear.
Yeah.
You know, Lou, a very difficult thing in professional wrestling, along with boxing, is of course the training.
The training, like you say, it's tremendously hard, and they're similar regiments, and you know the dedication and the conditioning. You can see these athletes. It's quite similar, and I think second to none to some of the other sports.
People don't realize
away from the other sports.
Yeah, you're right. People don't realize how hard a wrestler and a boxer train. You know, it was a funny situation. A very good friend of mine, Ernie Ladd, we were talking one day, and Ernie played, of course, for the Kansas City Chiefs, one of the most famous football players ever in the history of professional football. And Ernie was telling me that his hardest time he's ever had in his life was training for professional wrestling. Nikolai Volkov, who left wrestling to go into boxing, thought he trained so hard in wrestling and found out, oh my gosh, he said, I could never believe what I had. He said, I thought I'd go to boxing not to train as hard. And he said, I was in the gym every day. I lived there.
Constantly, and it's funny. It's unlike the other sports. If you miss a day or you miss a few days running, or you feel it in there. Some of the other sports, you can, if you're that talented, you can get away with it, but you can see that the wrestlers that are on the top of their game are the ones that are well conditioned.
Yeah, they are the best, aren't they?
And there's some fierce competitors. They really are.
Like The Rock. Like The Rock. We're seeing here Soto here right now. Referee, he's taking him, pushing him back here. The bad boy. Actually, there's two bad boys there, which is very unfair. But
well, I guess they get away with a lot. These bad boys are they're pretty sly with the way they look. And it seems like you can't turn your head on them, and they're doing something.
You know, I was very fortunate to spend a few days with Muhammad Ali when he was getting ready to do the Muhammad Ali Inoki fight.
Which was that in Japan, I think.
Right, right.
Yes.
And I spent a few days with Muhammad Ali, and
I think was he nervous going into that? I think he had to be.
Oh yeah, he was scared. He told me he was actually
anticipation,
scared.
Something he's never done before, and you have to be, quite honestly, you have to be intimidated around some of these wrestlers. They're just, they're forces to be reckoned with.
Dundee, his manager, he was very much against it because he always felt you should leave the nails to the carpenter.
Yeah,
like the shoes to the shoemaker.
I agree with that. I'm sure he must have been, after all, Ali was his pupil, and I'm sure he was. He was more nervous than anybody had seen him go in there.
But the two biggest people Ali said in his whole entire life was a wrestler by the name of Gorgeous George, and of course your uncle Rocky Marciano. I mean, those were his two idols. I mean, I spent 2 days with him, and it was almost like, really, I don't want to hear no more about it.
Right.
He just kept going and going.
Yeah.
But those were.
He had that special charisma, and he really did. I mean, you love to hate him almost. It was a love-hate thing.
We have a problem here with a referee.
Geez, we're getting talking. You didn't notice it.
Oh no, this.
Oh, jeez.
They have just.
I've never seen this kind of. Someone's got to get him out of there. What are they going to do here? Oh. He's taking a quick beating while I don't understand
that referee,
this right
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to get
his money tonight, huh?
I'm going to get Alan Gullick in here. He's standing right here, and I'm going to tell you, this is totally ridiculous. Alan. Now I'll tell you what we just witnessed here is totally ridiculous. Now they just beat up on that referee, this Boston Bad Boys. Now, as far as I'm concerned, you as the attorney, you better come up with something here. They should not ever be able to wrestle like that again.
Be sure, Mario, that the law in ICW will be respected, and they will be getting a surprise when the process server comes knocking on their door.
Well, I'll tell you, I demand that be done immediately.
Yeah,
The phone calls have been made, the instructions have been given. I would think already before these people leave the locker room that action will be taken.
Well, that's good news, and we'll keep you wrestling fans informed. Then we'll return right after this commercial break.
We're here at World Gym in Summer with the living legend Bruno Sammartino. It's me, it's BBB, the only man that can bring the oldest, the best, the foundation of professional wrestling to Boston. Here he is, the living legend Bruno. Tell him a couple of words in Italian, Bruno.
Well, a tutti voi cari paesani di qui di Boston, sono tanto contento di trovarmi qui in Boston, vi saluto a tutti e vi ringrazio sempre per tutti gli anni fa che mi avete dato tanto il coraggio e il supporto qui a Boston.
And remember to watch Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the best. The living legend's going to be there. The interview's coming. Watch it from 10 to 11 on the Grade 8 with who? The living legend.
Well, thank you, Rocky. Looking forward to it.
The best there is. Bruno Sammartino, be there.
They've got their own unique area in which they do their work. These two guys have worked before. They're very, very cagey, to say the least. Other words have been described for their action in the ring. Roberto Soto from the Isle of Puerto Rico, along with his partner, set to go. Jack Savage is in the ring. And obviously, these two guys are going to take their time. All right. Come on. Now see, here's where the Bad Boys trying to reverse a little bit of the antagonism, trying to check Soto's knee pads. Soto known as one of the most professional, one of the cleanest wrestlers in the game. Soto showing a little quickness on his own. Are coming into this match well over, I believe, a combined 550 or even maybe 600 pounds. Beautiful takedown by Soto. Drop kick by Soto. Yeah. Soto showing that he's not going to take anything from these two guys, and he's going to show it early in this match. Eye gouge. And here comes the Masked Inferno. Oh! Tony Rumble, Boston Bad Boy, with the foot on the top rope. And another foot and mouth. Tag is made. Inferno trying to get out of it. Tony up against the ropes, and yeah. Brings him down again. Pile driver, no. Now with the mask, that might protect the ears a little bit, but not much. Good maneuver, and yeah. Oh. Once again, these guys also show they've got physical ability in the ring. It's not just all rough, tough stuff. And Soto trying to help out his partner. Suplex! Yes! Oh, that's got to hurt. All right, little corner action now. What's this? Oh! Masked Inferno outside now. No! Come on. Again! Oh. Where's the referee? Over in Soto's corner. Time and time again we see this. And time again, as Mario was saying earlier, we've got to see a rules change on tag team matches. One referee can't handle everything. All right, headlock now. Trying to work him over. Gets free, and here comes Soto. Yeah, one. Drop kick, yes. Over in the corner. All right, Soto going to work now. He's got the momentum in the rope. Oh, a little bit of indigestion there for the Boston Bad Boy. Oh, trying to tag the wrong guy. Soto body slam. He's got him. 1, 2. Oh, what's this? We've got the wrong man. 1, 2. Kicks out by Soto. The tag. Oh, walks into a right. Rope action. Flying. Elbow. Elbow. 1, 2, 3. Boston Bad Boys. Quickness. Yes, they've got it. Speed a little bit. But more importantly, a little bit of know-how in these tag matches. Your winners.
Hey, we're back here, Empire Pro Wrestling, coming at you 2006. We want to tell you all the great things that are coming your way. We got the best of all the individual wrestlers that travel up and down the byways for this New England title. The oldest sanctioned independent championship in all of the independents. This ain't no replica belt. Oh, no. This ain't no belt that was given to you. Oh, no, no, no. This is the New England Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. That's right. The belt only means what it means because the people that hold it. Oh, yeah, Axe Demolition. Bundy had this belt. Rocky Raymond, yours truly, held this belt. As well as all the great ones, the Mountie, Astro Man, the Warlord, the names go on and on. This is a real independent championship belt. It's not a replica belt that you buy in a magazine. So what's the best of the best? On KBLE TV, the Great 8. Don't hesitate from 10 to 11 on Thursday. Be there or be square.
Feud goes on between the Bad Boys and the Puerto Rican Connection. What's it all about, gentlemen?
What? I didn't see the Puerto Rican Connection tonight. I just saw Roberto Soto.
So where's Ayala?
I don't know. We've been looking. I was down at Taco Maker. I've been down Dudley Station looking for all the Puerto Rican hangouts. I ain't found them. Have you found them when we went?
Well, let me tell you something about this connection. They haven't been around. We'll take them in Atlanta. If it's Miami, if it's Portugal, wherever they want to go. Puerto Rico, down there.
Puerto Rico.
Anywhere.
You think they'll be happy in Puerto Rico, man?
Maybe they'll be.
They'll be safe, like in the little big stadiums they got down there, all the little Puerto Ricans running around.
How did this feud start, by the way?
They're Puerto Rican, and we ain't.
They put their nose in where it didn't belong, and they try to protect this guy, Savoli. When I had the title, that's where it started.
Okay.
That's where it started.
We'll be back.
We're right here in this corner with Rocky Raymond, and we got a special guest. All you people in Boston, you can never forget this name. Often imitated but never duplicated, not in this lifetime. This man went all over the world, Australia, all over every place, Japan, wrestled all the big names, whether it be the Giant Baba, Ivan Koloff, Lou Albano, the legend, the king of endurance, Killer Kowalski, the man that had the iron claw. I wrestled him once too, you know, when I was 21, and he blew me up. But right now, let's go to this man, the living legend, Bruno Sammartino, right here in this corner. Great to see you, Bruno.
Thank you, Rocky. Good to be here.
Well, it's great, you know, come out of my character a little bit here and give you a great interview, but you know, in professional wrestling today, if you don't have a character, you're not much of anything. But back in your day, it was boots and tights, and I want you to tell a little bit about the old days of wrestling, what it meant to go into the ring with a pair of trunks, a pair of boots, and what I call Bruno Sammartino charisma.
Well, in those days, you know, we had so many, such great talent. You mentioned the Kowalskis, the Koloff, Tanaka, Bill Miller, Donnie or Jonathan. I could go on and on and on. And these guys, in my opinion, they were all great, great athletes. They were always in great shape. No drugs. They were strictly legitimate endurance and bodies from hard training and so forth. And when we went in the ring, I think that we gave the people some wrestling. We gave them some roughhousing. But overall, we showed them our great conditioning, we showed them our wrestling skills, and we showed them our strength. We showed them a lot of stuff, and it was all, in my opinion, all legit in the sense of that there was no chemicals, so there was no exaggerations like followed years later. And so I miss those days, and unfortunately, I have to be honest, I'm not crazy about the turn that wrestling took.
Now, basically, back to professional wrestling as you knew it back in the day. You traveled all over the world, and a lot of times, you were never on TV. I remember as a kid, they never showed Bruno Sammartino on a TV Saturday afternoon, very rarely. But now they got these wrestling. I know you don't watch professional wrestling. You're better off watching Scooby-Doo or some kind of cartoon, but the intensity of building up a wrestler being back in the day where there was only like 14, 15 guys underneath you. There wasn't 30, 40, 50 guys like there are now.
Nah. In those days, I would appear on television a lot, but strictly to do interviews, to talk about my opponent, to talk about if it was going to be in a Boston Garden, or let's say like it was against Kowalski. I would be talking about my upcoming match with Kowalski, what I expected as far as my opponent and his abilities and what have you. So they were interviews strictly to talk about the upcoming match. But the thing was, it was in a Boston Garden or Madison Square, whatever, where people came to see the matches. And like you said, we had maybe 5 other matches underneath it, sometimes maybe 6, but that was it. And so it's completely changed because now they give it everything on television, and perhaps that's why maybe the arenas around the country are not doing so well at all.
Well, it's like putting the people in the seats. You have to build up a name, but now there's so many names they're projecting from one crowd to another. But we want to talk a little about this thing that we're going to try to be doing with this Mac Classic stuff, with these great, great matches that were filmed all over the country, whether it be Madison Square Garden. I know Pittsburgh was a great town for your hometown, as well as Boston. I mean, can you name 3 of the top towns that were your favorite towns that you'd wrestled for when you were in the old WWF with Willie Gilzenberg and Cookie and all those guys?
Right, that's right. Oh, very simple. My 3 favorite towns in those days was Boston, New York, and Philadelphia. Of course, Pittsburgh too, because it's my town. But away from home, these 3 were the great, because Boston Garden here, the people used to chant my name, and they would always have practically a full house. And the people just treated me so great. And I have to say the same thing with when I appeared in Madison Square Garden. A lot of the Italians, of course, they would chant my name and so forth. It was really a thrill. In Philadelphia, I was treated well too. But every place I wrestled in the United States, I would have to call these 3 as for me, my favorite 3 towns.
And the credibility of a professional wrestler showing up, whether they're injured, or back injury, a knee injury, a neck injury, a twisted anything. And at that particular time, there wasn't fill-ins that they could pull in off the bench. It's more like a baseball game now. You can pull someone right off the bench. But these guys had to perform each and every night, whether they were injured or not. The guys like the Sheik, the original Sheik from Detroit, you wrestled them very, very brutal matches. Kowalski, the king of endurance, he was one of your more brutal matches. You compare these matches to these people, these young kids that talk about ECW, Extreme Wrestling. Extreme Wrestling was always in professional wrestling, because that's what it said on the marquee. Professional wrestling, it was always extreme, not just because some guy made up some music and put a couple of guys in the ring and made it blood, sweat, and tears. It was always extreme, Bruno. It was always extreme.
Well, it was extreme, yes, but it was in the ring, basically. Sure, we went outside the ring sometimes. Sure, you saw a chair fight, but you didn't see this nonsense with the garbage cans, step ladders, drums, I mean, all this kind of stuff. That I don't understand where it came from. But in those days, if you looked at my era of wrestling, with the Kowalski, the Koloff, you see all these guys with the busted nose, the cauliflower ears, because that came from hard blows within the ring with one another, using the wrestling maneuvers and very stiff elbows and fists sometimes and the feet sometimes. But there were no garbage cans, there were no step ladders around to do the stuff that they called extreme wrestling. I didn't even understand what that had to do with professional wrestling. So in those days, I think there were a lot of tough guys, and they went in the ring, and we all got marked up, we all got injuries. And yes, I remember having busted fingers, a cracked rib, busted my nose 11 times, but you still had to go, because if you were the headliner, they advertised you, that's what people expected to see, and by gosh, no matter what the pain, you had to go in there and you just do the best you could.
And I'm sure there was plenty of nights that you could have just sat out and said, listen, I can't do it. But you never canceled a show that I remember, and I was a fan going back to the 70s, and you always showed up. There's only one time you were pinned. You were pinned by the fog. You were pinned by the fog in Boston one time. The plane couldn't land.
The plane couldn't land, but the other time what I did miss too was when I broke my neck in 1976, where I was in a hospital for over a month. Then, of course, you miss. But as far as other injuries like a fracture or torn muscle, pulled ligaments, or busted nose or stuff like that, nah, you didn't miss. You had to go on.
Well, there wasn't too many people that could get a professional wrestler in the middle of the ring in a hammerlock and get the crowd counting. There's no crowd reaction to where they were into the match, where the matches had psychology, they had meaning to the match. The return match meant something. They put matches on now, they're returning 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 times. They're wrestling each other 20 times within 1 month, where you wrestled the same guy in the main event. You came around, you wrestled them, and then it became something. It meant something. It was a story.
Well, it's because of the way we did the match, and it's like you say, it was a story, because the first match led to a second and then led to a third. Today they go in there, they do all these flip-flops, somersaults, this and that, but there's not really a whole lot of meaning to any kind of a build-up for next month or whatever. So it's a completely different ball game.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to the younger people out there that are per se using the wrong kind of things to enhance their ability, their size, and their strength in the department of which you really wouldn't say you to do at this time?
You mean wrestlers? I would tell anybody who would want to be a wrestler, I would say that do it legitimately, train hard, get into a wrestling program, whether it be in high school or college or whatever, but train with the weights, do conditioning training as well, whether it be running or swimming or endurance work. But do it naturally, because ultimately you're an athlete, you want your health to be great, you want to be great at what you do, but at the same time maintain great health at the same time.
All right, Bruno, well, we've taken up your time. I know you've got a big schedule coming up. You're going to be coming to the Boston area once again, because I know that you're out there now. And the best men in the Northeast from 1983 to 2004, I'm going to give you some more, because I got it all from short and tall. All these people often imitated but never duplicated. It's the man of the foundation of professional wrestling. None of these joke kids that all these wrestling schools are letting these kids get in the ring. They're taking their money, that's all they want, and that's what they have. Professional wrestling will never be the way it was with Bruno Sammartino.
Thank you, Rocky. Thank you.
We're back here with Bruno Sammartino. We want to talk a little bit more about the mat classics from Boston Garden. Madison Square Garden, the EPW cam goes from coast to coast and border to border. And we want to just show you something that maybe people haven't seen. This is an 8mm Super 8 camera right here, Bell & Howell. But it's now going to be named the Bruno Sammartino camera, because we took a lot of these matches that you're going to be seeing on the Grade 8 or wherever you see them around the world, because they're going to go coast to coast and border to border shortly. We're going to have Bruno sign this camera, and it's going to become the legendary Bruno Sammartino camera. And we want to thank you again, Bruno, for coming down and being with us.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Philly! We're from Boston! Philly's for losers! 57's dead!
International Heavyweight Championship of the World. This will be a title match. And with me at ringside, I'm afraid to say a special guest, but, and I don't mean that in any sense, but my guest this week, the Pink Assassin.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be here. And I just want you to know that you're looking very dapper in your suit tonight. I just want you to put this first.
Oh, please don't spray that, please. I have to ask you a question, Assassin. We see the Boston Bad Boy 1 and 2 in the ring, the Boston Bad Boys. You hired them for your bodyguards.
Yes, I have. I found these men in Boston, and I saw them, and I just said I have to have these men as my bodyguards because I have so many people chasing me. And I saw these men, and these men are the toughest and they're the baddest men in Boston right now.
Well, I tell you, you know, you have your strange ways, which I'm sure people have told you before.
I have a very unique style, like I said.
Yes, you do.
And getting back to the Boston Bad Boys, I offer them both a blank check with my signature on it.
Well, from what
filled in the amount.
From what I hear, the Boston Bad Boys, they also they're bodyguards for groups like Aerosmith.
Well, yes, the Boston Bad Boys have been bodyguards for Aerosmith, the very popular Boston Bad, the Del Fuegos, are very personal friends of mine. And these men, let me tell you, they are when I say I play the baddest men going today.
Well, I tell you here, he's going to have to prove it here as we go to action at the ring. You got to understand, this is for the championship. This is for the ICW heavyweight champion.
Yes, well, he's in there with a very, very tough champion, Jumping Joe Savoldi. I hope someday to face him in the ring. I've been through a number of challenges, which I haven't heard from, but we'll go into that later. It's very nice hip toss by Jumping
hip
Joe.
toss there. Flying drop kick, and down goes the Bad Boy.
Like I said, the Bad Boy's very, very tough. Very, very tough. Can withstand anything.
And I tell you, Boston Bad Boy 1 is just
nice. Very well executed arm drag. Very well executed arm drag.
I'll tell you, this Boston Bad Boy 1, he's keeps very busy. All he does is walk around the ring here.
Well, see, that's the purpose, that's the strategy of the Boston Bad Boys. One distracts the opponent, tries to get his mind off the mat, tries to break his concentration. See, this game is like a chess game. Now, see, right now it appears as though Boston Bad Boy 2 is in trouble, but he's just biding his time to drop the big bomb on Joe Savoldi.
Well, let me ask you something here now. We see here where, whoa, Raymond, that's a good move. That was a good move.
All brain.
Yes, I'm not going to go that far on it, but it was a good move. Look, I want to tell you something. We have a little controversial here going between both of us. I realize the Boston Bad Boys are your bodyguards, but I have to be a little bit the other way, too, because that fella in that ring happens to be my brother. So let's give him a fair shake if we're going to give it.
Of course, I'm not taking anything away from Jumping Joe Savoldi. He has a fabulous physique. You can see he must train 2-3 hours a day.
I don't believe this.
And he just looks fabulous.
There goes for the cover. The count 1, 2, no.
Just kicked up by the skin of his little teeth, let me tell you.
And again, this Boston Bad Boy, I tell you, for 2 consecutive matches, this guy's got to be tired by now. And the crowd just, you know.
A very well executed arm drag by Joe Savoldi. And here we go. Oh, crisis. Oh,
well, let me tell you something there. You know, we've already seen what this Bad Boy can do. He already interfered in your match.
This is a new Bad Boy. Once a playboy, now a bad boy.
Well, we heard that directly from the Bad Boy.
I didn't see any interference. The Indian turned his own back and tried to go after my man.
I got to agree.
And I just took advantage of the opportunity.
There's a move. Whoa! Gives him a chop. Whoa! That was a left.
That was a close fit.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'll agree with you. Yes, it was.
The referee about these illegalities.
But you got to admit, it was one heck of a left.
Yes, it was one heck of a left. Of course, that is your brother in it, though. Of course, it was one heck of a left to you. To me, it was just a close fist punch to the face of the Boston Bad Boy.
Whoa! Here, the Bad Boy throws him, and out he goes outside the ring.
That was terrible. That was a nothing. What he's doing right now, he's hurt. He's not really hurt.
There goes the Boston Bad Boy, and the referee, the Bad Boy trying to get to him. We see the Boston Bad Boy trying to get into the ring, and underneath the ring here, we see the scorpion going on the ground here. The Bad Boy's got him. They're spraying his stuff into the face of Savoldi. He's just filling his face with the spray. Savoldi takes him, and he turns him over, wheels him into the ring. This is for the title. 1, 2, 3. That's it. This was for the championship of the world. We have a new champion. a new champion. We have a new champion. Ayala's in the ring. Soto's in the ring. I have no idea what's happening here. I really don't. I don't have any idea what's happened here. We've seen this right here.
From West Side Story. I don't know where they come from. Chico and Glico. I don't know their names. That's our belt. That's a bad boy possession. We want the belt. What is this? This decision. What is this? I want my belt. What are these doing? I've seen these two in West Side Story. What are they doing here?
It's partiality, Mr. Cipollone.
Puerto Rico, get out of here.
I want my belt now, brother.
We'll come back with the final decision right after this match.
Who are these two? Chico and what? What's his other name? Roberto?
Chico and Burrito.
Burrito, yeah. Enchilada City. Enchiladas.
Number 2 is here. Number 2 is here.
Bad boys, double the trouble now, suckers. Oh, let's get out of here.
What a name they're making for themselves. Against the Boston Bad Boys, 1 and 2. I'll tell you, what a name they're making for themselves. This should be one heck of a match, and these people, we've seen what's taken place between these teams before. Boston Bad Boy 2 claims he is the holder of the ICW heavyweight title, and again, we see that connection. We see at ringside the Pink Assassin. Wherever they go, these three, I mean, I don't understand. They've really made a bound here. I mean, they're just completely together. You'll see them eating together. You see them driving together. They're always together. This Pink Assassin, I believe, are involved in a musical video with Aerosmith. Hercules Ayala, he's just looking for action. I tell you, there's a lot of meat in this ring right at this point. Rocky left. Oh, there's a vicious right. A return receipt by Ayala. I tell you, the action never seems to cease here at ICW. Takes him, throws him in. Oh, puts him right down. I tell you, this Ayala's like a moose. I mean, he is. Ayala, probably one of the most noted Puerto Rican wrestlers in the world today. Definitely amongst the ranks of a Morales, Rivera. He definitely is in one of the 3 or 4 top Puerto Rican wrestlers in the world in the history. And here comes Ayala moves, and the Boston Bad Boy.
Looking at the true ICW heavyweight champion in there right now, in the Boston Bad Boy number 2. You know it, and I know it, that he was ripped off.
Well, we heard some comments there from the very strange Pink Assassin stating that you're looking at the international heavyweight champion of the world and Bad Boy 2, that he got ripped off. Oh, Soto over the top rope with a vicious foot right to the throat of Bad Boy 2. Soto just takes the arm. Whoa, nice move by the Bad Boy 2, and a nice move by Soto. And here's a nice arm drag, and down goes the Bad Boy. Soto takes the arm. Referee X's, he says no, no, no. And yet the assassin freely roams the ring. Bad Boy 1 trying to get in, but Savage doing a good job here. It's so tough. Oh, down goes Bad Boy 2. Oh, a knee to the midsection of Soto, and Soto is down, a little hair pulling there. Picks him up for the slam, slams him down, goes for the tag. In comes Bad Boy 1. Ayala is, both of them whip him, ooh, viciously into the back, and Bad Boy 1 is just, they both have him tight, and in comes Ayala. Bad Boy turns the ref is, and he's just choking Soto in the corner, and the ref is just pushing back. In the meantime, Bad Boy 2 is just choking Soto. The referee should get back to that corner. Soto's doing everything to get out of there. There's a kick to the midsection. Soto's trying like crazy to get away. There's the tag. In comes, ooh, there's the clothesline. Down goes Soto. He's going for the pin. Savage comes for the count. 1, 2, no. Soto kicks out. No, trying to get around, trying to maneuver his way. Can't. There's the tag. In comes Hercules. Whoa, vicious shots by Hercules. Takes him up against, springs him into the rope. Whoa. And whacks them both. Bad Boys are down. This Ayala is brutal. And the assassin tried to help him, and the Bad Boy got out. He said, keep your hands off of me. There's the count. 1, 2, no. There's the tag. They both have Ayala in the corner. Referee giving him the count. Both men working viciously. There's a rake to the eye to Ayala. And the assassin is just screaming something. I'm telling you, he's actually getting the attention. And here we go to vicious elbows. And here's, takes him, springs him into the ropes. Ooh, what an elbow. There's the two. I thought it was the tag. No, he never got to him. In comes the assassin too. Here comes Soto, and all four men are just battling it out in the ring. They're all battling away there. Slings them both in. Look at this. Whoa! Both men with the sleeper. Both of them have him in a sleeper, and down they're going. And in comes the assassin. Here comes Joe Savoldi. He nails the assassin. He's got the spray can. And no, everybody is cleaning out. Everybody is clearing out. It ends up with Savoldi with the can, and we know what happened with that can. You know how hot he is. Whoa, both teams disqualified.
Have to come in the ring. That's what Maurice came and save us. They want a six-man tag. We're trying right now. Any place, any hour, any place, we're just starting a six-man tag.
Well, you heard it. Two along with the Pink Assassin here. It's a known fact now that the Pink Assassin has hired the Bad Boys.
That's right. We're coming into Boston. We're here from Boston. Look where my belt
now, wait a minute. Now, look. I'll tell you what we're going to do.
The
there is so much controversy on the belt with the Pink Assassin, with the spray can. Let's go to the videotape, and I want you to see it. And then we'll come back. Let's roll the film.
Let the film do the talking.
Let's go.
They probably cut it.
Well, we've seen it, guys. We've seen the spray can.
That was a splice, man. I don't know what you people been at.
No, come on now.
This is the 20th century. They've been playing games with these cameras for years. That was a splice. Any of these nitwits could see it. That was a splice. A splice. I want that belt. I beat him fair and square. I pinned him. He's down. No more jumping Joe. It's Boston Bad Boy 2. We're coming your way.
Better than ever, brother.
Well,
when we walk
down
the streets, kings and queens, they step aside, Jack. Every woman we meet, stay satisfied. We're the reflection of perfection. You understand that, Mr. Savoldi? Hey, none of these clowns in the ICW gonna come near the Bad Boys.
Now, let me tell you what they said. Let me tell you what Ayala, Soto, and Savoldi said. Wait, let me finish, please.
What do they know? They
said
English.
They don't care.
Did they tell you in English or in Spanish?
Now, wait a minute now.
Greekans, whatever they want to be called, they know nothing.
Now, just
they should
a minute
be back
now.
on the island.
Just a minute here. They issued a challenge. They don't care if it's 1, 2, or 3.
We'll take 1, we'll take 2, we'll take 2 down the street, bring 2 more back. We'll take them any way you want to switch them around. I'm champion now. I'm champion now, and I'm
wait a minute.
We're from he's the champ.
We'll return right after this commercial
we'll
break.
return with some more.
Come the team of Apollo, Soto, and Savoldi, and I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be one heck of a battle. It is a ring full of people. That referee, Jack Savage, has got to have his hands full.
Team number 1, with a combined weight of 708 pounds, the Puerto Rican connection of Hercules Ayala and Roberto Santos. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce to you the International Championship Federation Heavyweight Champion, Justin Joe Savoldi.
Here we go. This is going to be one heck of a match. One man allowed in the ring at a time. And this is a 1 fall with a 15-minute TV time limit. This should be nothing but excitement. Ayala and the Assassin, and I'll tell you what, Assassin, you better not skip too much because this Ayala grabs you. Boy, I tell you who I'd hate to be here. I would hate to be the referee Savage. This match will be 1 fall with a TV curfew time limit, and this is going to be one heck of an exciting match. We see both men. There's a tie-up by Ayala. Grabs him in a headlock up against the ropes. Shoots him in. Whoa! He took the Assassin 3 feet in the air. The Assassin is just running. And he... Whoa! Look at this. He throws him onto the Boston Bad Boy, and out of the ring goes the Assassin. Ayala just threw everyone out. I'll tell you, the man has got the name. They have named him. He is Hercules. He is unbelievable. The strength is unbelievable. I have seen him bend bars. He is unbelievable. Break cement pillars. They claim, or he claims, it's the little white spot on his head, something like Samson and Delilah. Whatever it may be, whatever makes him think. Look at this. Look at this. The Assassin. The Assassin can't get him up. And flies him. And in comes Bad Boy 2. And Ayala flies him. And Bad Boy 1 is saying, no, he's just getting off. I'm telling you, the man is tremendous. They're all, I tell you, no one else has had to enter the ring yet. The Hercules is doing it all on his own. And still fresh as a daisy. Bad Boy's coming in, and his back just looks like it's broken. Looking to make the tag. Look at it. There's the hookup. Taking reversal. Whoa! Nice move by Soto. Bad Boy 2 is down on the ground. Soto goes to move, but the Bad Boy gets up. Soto takes him. Bad Boy throws Soto into the rope. There's a knee, and Soto is down. Whoa, a knee drop, and down is Soto. And people here are saying no good. There's the tag, and in comes the bigger of the two of the Bad Boys, and he rips the leg across Soto, and Soto is feeling the pain. Savoldi and Ayala are trying to get Soto's attention, but Soto is in there fighting like a demon. And there's the tag, and Savoldi comes over the top, grabs the arm, and again, and the Bad Boy just feels the pain. Nice takedown here. Leg trip, cross the arm, and again. And the Bad Boy 1 is in pain. We can hear the screams. Takes him, look at this, into that boot. And I tell you, that boot's about 19 feet long. In comes Bad Boy 2 with a forearm to the back of Savoldi's back. A double shot. Savoldi swinging wild. Bad Boy throws him into the ropes. Savoldi catapult, takes him over the count. 2. No. In come the assassin, but Bad Boy didn't need it. Savoldi trying to make the tag. Grabbed by the trunks of the Bad Boy, thrown into the foot of Bad Boy 1. There's the tag, and in comes the bigger of the two. Both men take Savoldi, whip him in. A double clothesline, and Savoldi is down. The forearm to Savoldi. Savoldi fighting only in vain here right now. He doesn't be seen. He's throwing lefts and rights. He needs the tag. They have him in the corner. Bad Boy turns to the ref, and the assassin is just choking away on Savoldi. In comes Ayala. And all three are just working over Savoldi. Referee has to pay more attention. Again, the Bad Boy turns him around. There was not a tag here. There's a kick, there's a rake in the eye, there's the tag. In comes the assassin. There's a kick. This is a one-fall match, and it's been nothing but total excitement since the beginning. Savoldi's got the mask, and boy, there's no love lost here, boy. This man almost cost him his title. Flying drop kick, and down is the assassin. He's going to tag, and he's trying to tag Ayala, but boy, I'll tell you what you got. Here he comes. Oh, I felt that here. Ayala picks him up. Look at this suplex. Oh, no. The assassin just grabs onto the legs of Ayala. And Ayala's just kicking him away. Takes him, throws him in, clothesline, and down goes the assassin. Ayala grabs him. Assassin just swinging away. His bodyguards are paying no attention. Ooh, vicious shot by Soto. We heard it from here. Oh! Down goes the assassin. He's trying to get to a tag, and Soto keeps pounding away. In comes Bad Boy 2. Soto wastes no time. Takes him into the corner. Ayala just pounding away. There they're all in there swinging away. The assassin. He's worked. Oh, that Ayala just took him like he was nothing and whipped him in there. They actually knocked part of the lights here out at the arena. We got him back on. Takes him in. Vicious arm, elbow by Savoldi. The assassin is just hanging on. Goes for the pin. 2, no. Savoldi takes him. Reversal. Whips. Assassin whips him in. Goes over. There comes Boston Bad Boy 2. Comes in. Flips. Here comes Soto. Soto does not give the assassin a chance, and I'll tell you, they're taking nothing but revenge for that spray can here right now, wrestling fans. They're all after this guy. They just want to hurt him bad. Whoa. Look at this. Here we go. 1, 2, no. Just saved. In comes Hercules. We have total pandemonium in here. Referee Savage is down. There is drop kicks, bodies flying all over the place. Referee rings the bell.
It is set for one fall. Introducing in the ring, team number 1, first from Los Angeles, California, weighing 275 pounds, Bill Rossi. His tag team partner, weighing 216 pounds, David Fox. And wrestling fans, their opponents, they are making their way to the ring, both from Boston, Massachusetts. Total combined weight, 571 pounds. Tony Rumble, Rocky Raymond, the Boston Bad Boys.
These are the Boston Bad Boys, and they're showing how bad they are as they dispose of Rossi and Fox rather quickly. This is ICW AWA Wrestling Steve Budd, along with Colonel De Beers at ringside. The Boston Bad Boys definitely taking
so
advantage.
far, I'm quite unimpressed by them. They hit the ring like a fury, but they're looking a little bit out of shape and overweight, and we're going to see if these boys can take the test to them.
Well, they come in with a combined weight of 571 pounds.
Let's see, that's about 220 kilos, right?
And now we're just awaiting the return of Fox and Rossi. The third man, actually the fifth man in the ring for this one is Jack Savage. And this is Australian-style tag. Can you explain that, Colonel?
Well, sir, all I know is that it originated in Australia and caught on here in America. You know, team sports seem to be quite popular here. Nobody wants to fight on their own here. It seems like they always got to have a partner to back them up.
Raymond and Rossi now in the ring. Raymond up against the ropes. Oh, and he clotheslines Rossi. Quickly goes to the throat, and Savage counting him off of that very quickly, too, for a choke. Oh, boxes the ears off Rossi.
That's a very dangerous maneuver, obviously, against the rules. Could puncture the man's eardrums. It's probably something they use in the combat zone.
Here's the tag. Both men now double slingshot and a double elbow smash. Rumble taking over. Takes him down. Oh! A move like that to snap the neck of Rossi.
Yeah, that could render the man unconscious right there. Although I don't think the man is really conscious, or he probably wouldn't be in the ring with these two anyway.
Well, we often comment, Colonel, that sometimes they have no choice but to sign for matches like this, even though that you know, they may be outmatched.
Well, if they want to learn, this is the way to do it. The only thing is they're liable to be crippled before they actually get to the kindergarten stage in their development.
Here we go, double slingshot again. Double foot action now to the face of Rossi, and quickly Raymond blocking the view of Savage. going for a choke. Body slam. Raymond quickly now. Almost says, in a way, let's have the other guy come in here.
Yeah, give us a fresh man to pummel on.
That's right. Body press, and he holds him up. We saw you do that many times in your match last week, Colonel, where you had a man for the count and you decided not to take the 3 count. Why?
Well, I'm teaching the man something. I'm teaching him how to take that punishment, you know. He's going to teach him a little something here. He's going to teach him how to break his back.
This is the Boston Crab.
That's not the Boston Crab, sir. That's called the emergency.
The emergency. I was quick to note that the Boston Bad Boys may be executing that type of hold. And now they're still inflicting punishment, as the Colonel says, perhaps teaching a lesson. Dave Fox's back is aching drastically. Here's Gary.
Wrestling fans, the winners of the match, the Boston Bad Boys.
From the combat
zone. Bad Boys from the combat zone in Boston. And still, no! Oh, double suplex, finishing off Dave Fox. Oh, we'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, definitely making a big splash in the ICW and the AWA, the Boston Bad Boys.
#1, Daddy, we want all tag team. Give us the rockers, give us the talkers, give us the baseball sockers. We'll take them all. Take one down the street, bring the next team back. We'll beat them all. We're from Boston, and we're the baddest ever in Boston.
Well, as you gentlemen...
He said the right words. We're the baddest in Boston. But now we're going from Harvard Yard to Hollywood Boulevard on ESPN. Now we're in the AWA. Rockers, we got you. We want you to. Anytime, any place. Make it Boston, and we'll be happy, brother.
Well, I guess the obvious stepping stone to the AWA World Tag Team Champions, Rose and Summers, would be the Midnight Rockers.
Anyone you want, Rose and Summers. Put Scott Hall together with Kurt Hennig. Get them all, line them up. We'll knock them down with the power slam to the Boston Crab.